Here we are back again with Introductory R for Economists. We are going to be starting at the very beginning. And what can you do in R before you have installed R? So we're going to go ahead and get started with installing both R and RStudio. So what are these two programs? So R is the statistics language itself, right? When we're learning code in this series of videos, we're going to be learning how to use R. However, you're pretty much never going to actually open up R and use it. It's not the most user-friendly environment. Instead, we're going to be using something called RStudio, which is an environment in which you can use R, and it just keeps everything nice and clean. It keeps you can see what's going on the screen. It helps you keep your script open that you're working on code in. So you're going to want to use that. You're pretty much never going to open R by itself. You're just going to open up RStudio and go ahead and work in R from there. So let's see how we can get those two installed. So we're going to start out. Now, both of these programs are free. We're going to go to r-project.org. Okay, we're going to open up that website. And on this website, here's where we can download R. You are going to want to install R first before you install RStudio. So on this website, we can go ahead and look around. There's a lot of information here about R, but the thing we're interested in is this download R link right up at the top. We're going to click on that. Here we have a whole bunch of mirrors where they've loaded R and you can download them from a server. My guess is that if you're watching this video, you're probably in the United States. So we're going to scroll down to the United States. You can see the one that I clicked to install R at the University of California, Berkeley. You can click that right there. Choose the version of R for whatever operating system you're using, whether you're on a Mac or Windows or even Linux. You can click that and it will bring you to this. You can download the base level of R. And that will bring you finally to this link right here, which you can download R and then install it. I'm not going to do it right now because I, of course, have already installed R. Once you download that, you're going to install it just as you would install any program. Works the same on Mac as well. Once we have R installed, we're then going to go to rstudio.com. rstudio.com is going to be where we're going to, of course, download RStudio. Once we're on rstudio.com, we can just go ahead and look for RStudio. We're going to download RStudio. Click that download link right there. We don't need to wait for the whole page to load. Anyway, once we have this page loaded, you'll be able to see the different versions of RStudio that you can download. You can go ahead and just download the free version. You don't need to pay anything for RStudio, at least not at the level that you're going to be doing it. And so once we get that loaded, it'll be a downloadable package that you can download, install. It'll work perfectly, and it will automatically know, here we go, how to get to your R installation, how to use the R that you've already installed to run RStudio. So RStudio desktop, that download button right there will give you what you need to know. All right, so then we've got R and RStudio installed. Let's go ahead and open up RStudio and see what we see. So the screen is divided into 4 different areas here. So up here on the top left, what we have are our scripts. This is where we're going to be writing our code. Now, pretty much all the time when you're working in R, when you're writing code for your homework assignments or for your project, you're going to want to do it in this text editor right here. It's always a good idea when you're working with statistics and code to keep a log of what you're doing, basically. You don't want to just write a piece of code and then hit enter and then have it be done and then forget what you did, because then you can't go back and fix it if you find out you made an error. You pretty much always want to keep a running log of your code up here on the top left. Now, of course, you can have multiple codes open at the same time. You can see here I've got 4 different scripts open, one of which is just blank. And as we have this code, now when we try to run the code, that code is going to run down here in the bottom left in the console. So you can put code in here directly. So don't worry about the code that I'm putting in right now. There's going to be examples. But let's say I'm going to do A set equal to 1. Great. So I ran that code directly in the console. But I can also put that code up here in the code editor. And I can run it from the code editor, which of course is going to be better, like I said. So there's 2 ways to run code from the code editor. You can select whatever code you want to run. You can select multiple lines and hit this run button, and it will run that code for you. So you just ran that whole block of code. Or you can put your cursor on one of the lines of code and hit Control Enter or Command Enter if you're on a Mac, and it will run just that one line of code and it will advance you to the next code. So very easy, of course, to write code directly into the console if you feel like it, or if you're being a little bit more responsible, to write code into the code editor and then either select it and hit Run to run that block of code, or hit Control Enter to just run the one line of code that your cursor is on. What else do we have here in RStudio? We have this whole right section. So what do we have on the right? So up here on the top right, we have our environment. And what our environment is pretty much everything that, that RStudio has loaded into memory. So if we've loaded up some data, it's going to be right here. So here I've loaded some data. You can see wage 1 right there. That's a data set that's loaded. It's under the data heading. And so you can see that that's in there right there. I've also loaded some variables in here that I just made with that block of code that I had. And you can see that that's right there. So this is very nice and convenient. You can look right back here and directly know immediately what you have going on. Right? So I can see that I have that wage 1 data set open. I can see that I have A and it's equal to 1. I can see that I have B and it's equal to the string hello. All right. Another nice thing you can do up here, if you have a data set, you can just go ahead and click on that data set and it will open it up for you to look at directly right alongside your code files. Okay. Also, this data set has this little arrow next to it. I can click that arrow. It'll expand downwards and it'll show me all the different elements of this, right? So you can see all the different variables that I have in here, as well as some of the attributes of the data set that it also stores in there. Don't worry about what these are right now, but this is just how we can navigate our way around the RStudio environment. All right, so that's 3/4 of the screen done. How about this bottom right part? This bottom right part sort of is a jack of all trades. It does a lot of different stuff for us. So right now you can see open, it has the files. So right now it's set to my working directory. And I can, open up any files that I have in there. I can click on them. More often, you're not going to be using that too much. If I create a plot, it's going to open that plot over here, that graph. I can look at it. I can click export right here on that part, and I can save that image as something if I like. Or if I like this plot and I want to save it to file. Maybe I need to turn it in with my homework. I can do that right here with save as image. It's also got the packages window. Now, we're going to go over a little bit later what packages actually are, but when this actually loads up, it's going to tell us what packages we have installed and also what packages we have loaded into memory. So right now I've got a whole bunch of packages installed because I've been using R for a while, right? So I intend to install packages as I go, and some of them are loaded into memory. And if you do see any loaded into memory, they'll have a little checkbox next to them. All right. Next, there's also the help right here. This is going to be really handy. You can see right here I've got help for plot open, so it's going to give me all the documentation of how to use that particular function that I have. I can go ahead and there's search here. If I have a question, I can search in the help files. That's going to be very nice. And of course, you can move around the different parts of the screen. If I want to focus on the help to get a good look at that, I can make it sort of my focus. One last thing that I want to talk about in RStudio is changing your working directory. So you might be familiar with the concept of a working directory from some other software that you might have used, but basically it's where RStudio is going to look by default when you tell it to, say, open a file, okay? Which might be useful. If you want to open up a data set, it needs to know where that data set is. And you can either type in the long, complex file path of where it needs to find that data set, or you could just tell it what folder it's working in and then just say, hey, open this file. So in the session window up here, there's a bunch of stuff. You can do set working directory. There's a couple different ways you can do. You can do choose directory and just navigate to whatever you want to be your working directory. Or if you have a script open and you just want to have the working directory be in the same folder as wherever the script is, like maybe you saved the data and your script in the same folder and then you opened up the script, you can just go session, set working directory to source file location, and it will go directly there. One last way to do it, if you're in the files right here, if you're in the files pane, you can navigate wherever you want and then just have it set the working directory to that file pane location, and it will do it right there for you. All right, so that's the basics of how to install R and install RStudio. And I showed you a little bit around the RStudio window. I showed you how to work with your code files. I showed you how to put commands into the console, either directly or by having them run from the code file, which you should be doing. I also showed you how to look at your environment and see what kinds of things you have open. And I showed you where your plots are going to come up and also how you can get to the help files in that bottom right window right there. And finally, I showed you how to change the working directory so that you can open up files like data files more easily. All right, that's it for this introductory part. Thank you very much. And next time, I promise we're going to actually start working with stuff and writing code. All right, thank you very much.